Morning. Good morning, everybody, and happy Sunday. Welcome to the first day of the week. I am so happy you have made it day number 7 on our 21-day prayer journey. Listen, have you ever heard of, I believe it's referred to as Le Torre de Pisa, the Leaning Tower? That's how we know it. The Leaning Tower of Pisa, located in Italy. This tower is 8 stories tall and leans, you've seen pictures, I'm sure, leans at a 45-degree angle. It has been leaning for 840 years, over that by now. Defying the laws of gravity, but still standing. Whew. Come on, somebody. You can tell it's Sunday, man. I'm not even preaching, and you can tell it's Sunday. Defying the laws of gravity and still standing. Here's what Paul said, Ephesians chapter 6. Therefore, take up the whole armor of God that you may be able to stand on that evil day. Watch what he says. And having done all to do, to stand. Hey, good morning to you too. Thanks for the greeting there, the comment. Having done all to do to stand therefore. Paul also says in 2 Corinthians chapter 12, he said, my grace is sufficient for you, and my power is made perfect in weakness. Man, if we could ever grasp this and get this down. My power is made perfect, not in your strength. It's in your weakness. The Leaning Tower of Pisa. Listen, you may be leaning, but thank God that you're still standing. I came this morning to touch somebody, to minister to somebody. You may be on this first day of the week, Sunday morning, you may feel in your spirit, man, I'm just leaning. Yep, you're leaning, but you haven't fallen. You're still standing. You're still up. You say, but listen, I'm not just leaning. I have fallen. I've made mistakes. I've fallen down. Well, then I want to direct your attention to Micah chapter 7, one of my favorite scriptures that says, rejoice not against me, O my enemy, for when I have fallen, I shall arise. Putting hell on notice. Maybe somebody needs to do that this morning. Put hell on notice. Hey, the fall is inevitable, but I'm putting you on notice that when I fall, I've already made up my mind. I'm getting back up. Faithfulness. This is where I felt led to talk to you on this morning, and I'm almost done, but I'm not a big football fan. I don't watch as much as I'd like to maybe, but I do know there's a stat called YAC, Y-A-C, YAC, yards after contact. I believe it was put into place around the era of Emmitt Smith, a great running back for the Dallas Cowboys. But YAC, yeah, you making forward progress. How well do you do after you get hit? Come on. Yards after contact. Walter Payton, another great Hall of Fame running back. You know what he was known for? I think he missed one game. Hall of Famer, missed one game in all of his career. How many yards gained? Well, we celebrate that. But if you were to add up how many times he was tackled, how many times he fell down, how many times he tripped. But the one thing Walter Payton was known for was not just yards gained, but how many times did he get back up after falling down. I want to encourage somebody today on this beautiful Sunday morning. The sun is coming up. Somebody, it's time to get your praise on, to get to church this first day of the week. You may be feeling knocked down, leaning, discouraged. Hear me today. I've come to pastor this morning. Get back up. Get back up. If you're feeling like you're leaning, that's okay. You're still standing. Lean yourself right into the presence of God this morning at church. Come on, let me pray for you today. Let's start this day right. Jesus, I thank you for this time, for those that are watching, wherever they're watching from. And Lord, I pray that this word would be a blessing to them. I pray that it would penetrate deep into their spirit. Let them be encouraged today. The enemy tries to discourage us. And the enemy's trying to tell us that we're leaning, we're off kilter, we've fallen too many times. But Lord, your word declares it. Your word declares it. Having done all to do to stand, just stand, just stand. Your word declares it, that your strength is made perfect in our weakness. Lord, it's not in our ability, it's not in our great deeds, it's not in our yards gained, so to speak, but Lord, our faithfulness to get back up again and a complete dependency upon you and your grace and your mercy and your blood. That is what we have confidence in today. And we